Well, folks, it's that time of year. Boats are going into storage. People are prepping their boats for storage, and a lot of places they're trying to kind of get ready for that winter freeze. We're in Florida, so we don't have that problem. But for those of you that deal with hard water problems, today's video is going to be something I think is going to help you, especially if you own a Yamaha boat. Bring the camera in tight here. We are talking today specifically about our blowout adapters that we're selling at JetBoatPilot.com. We'll put the link in the description below so you can find this easily. And what this is designed to do is to allow you to hook up compressed air to your flush adapter, and then you can run compressed air through your system, through the engine, through the exhaust, and blow out any excess water that might be present if you're worried about a freeze. Or we learned this the other day, one of our customers, he travels from lake to lake in California, and they're very, very particular about transmitting or transferring invasive species from one lake to another. And so his goal was to make sure that there was no water in the boat at all. And by using this device, it would allow him to blow out any excess water and not run the risk of getting flagged by the authorities there that he might have something in the boat. So it's a really helpful thing in that scenario as well. So today we're going to show you how to do this on a Yamaha and do it the right way. Let's get into it. All right, first, it's important on a Yamaha to not exceed 40 PSI on your compressed air. Now, before you go out and just dialing in 40 PSI and going and shooting it, I want you to see on the regulator here, we have this dialed right now to just at 68, well, can't see it that well, maybe closer to 90, excuse me, 90 PSI. But when I release the pressure, when I open my valve, it's gonna back down, and you'll see it build back to right at 40. Once I close the valve, it's going to kick back up to close to 90 there. Once I bleed it off, it goes back down, but at 40. So it's important to note you don't want to set your pressure at the regulator at 40, because when you run it, it's going to bleed down. So run it a little high, open it up, get it flowing, and then dial your regulator in while it's flowing. All right, let's go back out to the boat. Before you connect to the boat, this is critical. You don't want to just connect right away. What we want to do first is we want to start the engine on the side that we plan to blow air through. So in this case, we're going to start with the starboard side. I'm going to start my engine without any running water, just running the engine. We're going to run that engine if it is cold, meaning the boat's been sitting for a day. We're going to run that engine no more than 30 seconds with this air blowing through it. Anything more than 30 seconds, you can run a real danger of harming internal components, okay? So cold engine, no more than 30 seconds on the air. If the engine's hot, if you've just brought it out of the water, you don't have any more than about 10 seconds. I wouldn't recommend doing this when the engine is hot. Do this in winter storage mode when you're ready to put it away for the winter and the engine is cold, okay? I'm gonna go start the engine first, and once I do that, then we'll turn our air on and we'll get started with this blowout here. Open the valve, let the air pressure bleed down to 40. Quick connect, and let it run. You'll see out the side here, some water dripping out of your visibility spouts. We've let this run. Now I'm gonna switch it off, and I've shut down my engine. Now it's important to note that I did not connect my compressed air first and then open the valve. I opened the valve first, I let the air off, so I bled some air off, and then I connected and let that 40 PSI run. Remember, inside it showed 90 PSI. So right now, if I open this valve up, it starts with a higher pressure and it bleeds off to that 40 that we want. We do not sell this attachment. We only sell just the adapter. So this is a Yamaha part. You're gonna get that from the factory. This part is something you're gonna build on your own. You may already have these parts laying around. You can get these at the local hardware store. The part we're selling is this adapter. This is what allows you to connect your 1/4 inch quick disconnect over to your typical flush valve here, like that, okay? So this connection here, that's just a simple 1/4 inch. That's a ball valve connected to another 1/4 inch. And now, you know, the quick release over there. So you can buy that from your local Home Depot if you want to build one of these. That's just going to help you do this the way we've done it. You don't have to have that, but it's much easier to do it that way versus having 2 people do the job. Basically, you duplicate those steps on both engines. Once again, 30 seconds maximum on a cold engine, 40 PSI maximum. If you don't follow these procedures, exactly what we're saying to do here to the letter, there are some chances you could do harm to your engine. If you don't want to try this step, if you prefer just to run antifreeze through your system in a winterization storage type mode, you can certainly do that. That's no harm in doing. But for folks that are trying to go from lake to lake, they don't want to transfer invasive species from lake to lake, this is a really big help for that. And don't freak out. You're not going to hurt the engine if you run it for 30 seconds. If it's cold, it's not going to harm the engine at all. Again, follow these procedures to the letter. You'll do fine. We hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, check this one right here out.